Hey, what's up, garden friends? Jeff here, Tropical Plant Party. How's everybody doing today? You good? I hope you're good. I'm doing great. Fall's here. It's cold out. The leaves are kind of starting to change. And I've been going through my garden thinking, what do I want to talk about on my YouTube channel before it's too late, because I only have like a week left of growing stuff outside, so need to get that ball rolling. So I was sitting over at the table sipping my coffee and I was like, man, something smells amazing. I was like, is it the alyssum? I came over and I was like, no, it's not the alyssum. I know this smell. I haven't smelt it in a little while. Smelt it. I haven't smelled that in a little while. And then I realized, oh, duh, it's the passion flower. This particular passion flower is unique, new to me, and I really want to talk about it. Now, I've been growing passion flowers for years, all different varieties. I'm in zone 6. The majority of passion flowers are not hardy where I live. There's a few. There's the maypop and the incarnata and no, not Cincinnati. I think it's mostly just the maypop, which is incarnata, and then the caerulea, which is the blue passion flower, isn't actually hardy here. It's zone 7 and up, but I have had success bringing it back, and it's surviving winter with lots and lots of mulch and mild temperatures during the winter time. The maypop, the incarnata, is not my favorite passion flower, even though it is fully hardy here. You can grow that one through zone 5, just as long as your soil's well drained and you mulch it very heavily in the winter time. I like the more vibrant, colorful passion flowers, ones that have good smelling flowers, but those are pretty much all tropical. Except for this one. I found this one this year, and this is Passiflora Incense, also known as the incense passion flower. You can really see how much frill there is going on that flower. It looks really cool. The color is vibrant. It's a pink, purple, and white flower. It's not dark purple. And the name implies what this is known for, and it's the smell. Passiflora Incense. I can smell this sometimes from all the way across my patio. Sometimes when my windows are open in the house, I can smell this one. It doesn't put out its fragrance all day, but a good portion of the day. Late morning throughout much of the afternoon, and then again sometimes in the evening. And it smells sweet, and it reminds me of the smell of alyssum. It's a clean, crisp, sweet smell with a hint of fruit, kind of like the Oncidium Cherry Baby. And it has been a very prolific grower for me. It's a tendril climbing vine, meaning, well, it has tendrils that shoot out from between the leaves, where the leaves meet the vine, and come out, curl onto things, and hold on tight. Another notable characteristic, the leaves. There are 3-lobed leaves, and they are large. These leaves are much larger than what I've gotten on my other passion vines, unless they were the tropical varieties. Much larger than that's on the caerulea. Big, big leaves, and they're slightly glossy. They're not that shiny right now because, well, we're into the fall, the temperatures are cooling, and the leaves are starting to die back already. You can kind of see how the leaves are starting to die back in here. So they've lost a little bit of their glossiness. And the shininess, that gloss that's on the leaves, is a characteristic I really prefer in the more tropical passion vines. So this is holding on to that too. I believe that that is because this is a hybrid, and it is a hybrid between the incarnata, which is the maypop passion flower, and the Passiflora cincinata, which is the dark purple passion flower from Brazil. Beautiful passion flower. And of all the passion flowers I have grown, this one has been the least fussy with sunlight. Now, it is kind of elongated because the sun in the spot comes and goes, and the sun shifts a lot because the angle of the earth and the seasons and whatnot. Whenever I plant a passion vine on these trellises, they tend to bloom on the other side. They follow the sun, so I wasn't even seeing the flowers. That's why I also have the dipladenias planted on here, because that way I was guaranteed this year, I was like, I'm going to get to see some flowers. This one hasn't done that. The flowers face right out. It's not anywhere near as fussy. They're not chasing the sun. It does not go to fruit as easily, though, as the other passion flowers I've grown. I haven't really deadheaded this. and I haven't seen any fruit. But it's supposed to fruit. But I have yet to actually see any fruit on this. So I don't know if maybe it's a little bit more weak and the wind knocks them off a little bit more easily. You can see some old flower buds up here. I'll leave them, see what they do. It's kind of late. I don't think anything's going to happen with that because I'm moving everything. But the fruit is supposed to actually taste fairly nice. I don't usually let my passion flowers go to fruit though because I deadhead them. I want them to keep flowering. And this being a cross between the Incarnata and the Cincinnati, it should get, I would say, 20 to 25 feet of growth on it. Now, obviously, I'm going to keep mine pruned way back. And as far as the winter care goes, I don't have mine in the ground because the nursery only had one. I've only been able to track down one of these for sale. So you can get them online, though. They're all over the place. I've just noticed that passion flowers don't ship that well unless they're big established plants, like in a 3-gallon nursery pot. But the little guys that are in the little, tiny little things, I haven't had great luck with them. So I've been kind of treating this one like a precious baby, and it's going to be coming inside with my banana this year. I'm going to try and get lots and lots of growth out of it, and the next year I'll divide it up and put some in different spots of my garden and see how they do during the winter time. The tendrils on this passion vine are so cool. They're very elegant. I don't know if that's the word. They're kind of Dr. Seuss-y. Also, not a word. Okay, but if I were keeping this in the ground during the winter time, I would cut it back once the frost does a lot of the damage, and then dump a huge bag of mulch on it. Make sure to plant it in very well-drained soil. Up against a brick wall is very useful. South side of the house, blocked from too much wind, no low spots where water's going to sit during the winter time and freeze solid. Those are generally the rules I follow when planting a passion flower in the ground in Zone 6. And in Zone 5 should be the same thing. You can give this one a try in Zone 5. I don't know how it's going to do for you, but it is rated as reliably hardy all the way to 0 degrees. And that's because it has the Incarnata gene in it. That Maypop passion flower is a U.S. native, and it is very cold tolerant, and while it is a very pretty passion flower, it's just not my favorite. This, the Incense passion flower, this is definitely my new favorite of all of the passion flowers I've ever grown. There's lots and lots of different passion flowers out there, so there are others that I think are much more neat and colorful. But as far as something that's hardy, that's behaving for me and smells nice and just being very low maintenance, this is the one for me, and it's the Incense passion flower, Passiflora Incense. Oh, and their care. Full sun is best. Part sun is okay. Mine are getting part sun. They're getting about 4 to 6, probably 4 hours of direct sun in the morning, and then a few hours of filtered sun in the afternoon. Well-drained soil. I keep mine slightly acidic. I do fertilize them fairly often. I would say 2 to 3 times a month these get fertilized. Very rich, well-amended, aerated, well-draining soil will get these guys growing wonderfully for you. I would not grow them in clay. Alright, that's going to do it for today. Hope everybody's doing well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Really helps me a lot. I love talking to y'all. Let me know your experiences with passion vines, which ones you've grown, your successes, your failures, do you like the fruit? Some people love it, some people hate it. I kind of like the tea more than the fruit itself. And as always, everybody, keep on growing. Bye-bye.